My question is to the Minister of Conservation and asks, did she raise any concerns with the Minister of Energy and Resources about the potential impacts on the Maui dolphin, a critically endangered species, of granting an oil and gas exploration permit in their habitat, including in a marine mammal sanctuary?
Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Maggie Barry.
No, I did not.
Supplementary.
Order. Supplementary question, Eugenie Sage.
Is the reason the Minister didn't raise any concerns because she knows that her government doesn't care about protecting the world's rarest dolphin, the Maui dolphin, and despite there being fewer Maui dolphin left on the planet than there are MPs in this House?
Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Maggie Barry.
This national-led government...
Order. I apologise. We have a point of order from the right honourable.
Can't hear that question because of the barracking over there on behalf of a number of nervous backbenchers.
Order. 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 I acknowledge that the level of noise was louder. I heard the question. The question will now be answered. The reason why there was an interjection was actually because of the tone of the question that was raised by the member. I'm not ruling it out of order, but that certainly gives plenty of licence to the Minister. Honourable Maggie Barry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This national-led government is committed to ensuring the long-term survival and the safety of every single Maui dolphin. And there's proof of that. In 2012, DOC established a collaborative forum of experts that reviewed the potential risks of Maui's dolphins and what more could be done to ensure their survival. That forum found that the threat to the Maui dolphins from oil and gas development is negligible. Fishing-related activities, specifically set nets, were identified as the biggest threat, some 95% to Maui dolphin, and in response, we roughly doubled the area of the set net ban, which is now an area of 6,200 square kilometres.
Supplementary.
Order. Supplementary question, Eugenie Sage.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. How is the Minister fulfilling her obligations under the Conservation Act to protect our threatened species and their habitats when the Energy Minister has granted oil exploration permits affecting 302 conservation areas and over 700 square kilometres of conservation land?
Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Maggie Barry.
I am entirely confident that we have the right level of communication and processes between the various ministries that affect the care and the protection long-term of all of our species that are under threat. When it comes to a cabinet process, when we look at the Department of Conservation, we were, as a department, consulted by the advisors to the Minister for Energy and Resources during the initial phase of yesterday's block offer proposals. That was earlier this year, and again when the bids were received. I am very confident that process is working well, and the cabinet process, which involves me as the minister and as a ministerial sign-off across cabinet, was completed on Monday of this week. Let that member and that party be reassured that the conservation of our endangered species, flora and fauna, is absolutely a priority, and we have absolute confidence in the processes that are in place.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Eugenie Sage.
How can the Minister be so confident that cares more about the protection of our threatened species when it is allowing oil exploration in the habitat of threatened species like great spotted kiwi and like Maui dolphin, and those areas are now open for oil exploration?
Honourable Maggie Barry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would draw the attention of that member to one aspect of this. Let's take the Maui dolphin, for example. We formed the Maui Dolphin Research Advisory Group, which is meeting and currently developing research solutions to ensure the long-term survival of the dolphin. We have convened the group under the Department of Conservation and MPI, and that consists of representatives from university, iwi, central government, regional councils, as well as mining, fishing and conservation organisations. Our marine mammals are being kept safe, and that's because we have put in place a code of conduct for minimising acoustic disturbance to marine mammals from seismic survey operations. That became mandatory in the law last year, and it is yet another example of where this government has moved in, where the Labor government, propped up by the Greens, had absolutely no provisions for protection at all and drilled a number of wells. We have done something nothing other than talk about it.
Order. That answer is certainly long enough.